the cycle ends up getting repetitive, but you don't know how to break it. And there's a point in which one, as an adult, let's say in their 30s, says, okay, I need to do some healing work. Dating young is a scam. It's a huge scam, especially when you're a teen. I would say, okay, dating as a teen is a scam. Disney, all those kids programs that shoved the high school sweetheart storyline down our trachea have set many up to fail. Because there is this false maturity that as a teen that you think you have that you don't have. Hello, my name is Dorcas Assuming Opoku and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I talk about all things lifestyle, faith, and relationships. I'm very big on self-development, so stay tuned to this video. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. Life experience. Maturity is not measured by age, but by experience and intentional learning. And as a teenager, you are unsure about who you are because you're coming into yourself. You have done this shift from full dependency on your parents as your security network. And then now you're in this stage of self-asserting. I'm moving from tugging from my mum's dress into becoming my own self, trying to figure out life, and then moving into a different system of security, which are the social bonds, so your friendships. Now you have to realize family have to love you. And even that, many people haven't grown up in functional families. But friends don't have to love you. And so with, in the essence of becoming a teenager, there's a lot of people pleasing, there's a lot of molding. You are trying to fit in. It's why trends are always pushed to teens, because they want to fit in. To fit in is to survive, in essence. And then you couple that with how self-conscious you become, hormones which are pumping everywhere, and just trying to make sense of your values, your convictions, what you desire out of life, trying to remain cool and hip with your friendship group, and just with the lack of actual responsibility that you have in life and the time that you have. It is so easy when the feelings of attraction come and you act on it, and the guy says, I really like you, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I really like you too. How that person can easily become your whole world. This is not only your new system of survival, as I said, the social bond situation, but you are riding off of the affirmations of other people as a teen. I don't care how, there's those teens that are just like, I don't care what people think, but many teens, even if you're like anti-establishment, you usually find other anti-establishment kids to hang out with. It's just how it works. And then the immature heart, you idolize this relationship like it's your world. It is your world at that time. But there's not a lot going on. With adulting and responsibility and work and trying to navigate friendships, health, there's a lot going on that when you find someone that you want to actually pursue, there is this understanding that this is only a sector of your life. When you're a teen, your love life is your whole world. And if you're in a situation where this person is in the same school as you, oh gosh, you need experience. Immature persons who think they are mature are the most self-destructive people. And this is why many teens find themselves in all kinds of things. You give your tender heart so openly to another immature person trying to figure out what they're doing, managing their pocket money, And then it just leads, the likelihood of disappointment is just high. Already, there's always going to be a risk to love. But then coupled with the immaturity and the you know, just the lack of experience, the probability of just disappointment and a shattering heartbreak is just so high. When we were young and we were watching when we were watching the shows and the high school sweetheart, la 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 la, heartbreak was just this thing of like, oh, you know, they break up, girl gets really sad, girls gather round, get the ice cream, he sucks, woe is him, and then the guy is just going off at the party, doing their thing, right? Just living their life, they've moved on, they're not emotionally processing. And, you know, from those scenes, they kind of just move on with life and all the other extra drama that comes with being in high school and being in secondary school. In reality, the consequences of heartbreak are so severe, you don't want to play games with them. You don't want to play games of heartbreak. The consequences of heartbreak, especially when you are so young and so sensitive and the self is fragile, the distorted belief systems that you curate out of that experience that hold people hostage throughout their adult years, I just think we need to be very, very sensitive and wise in how we approach this discussion. It's no joke how people's self-esteem can be so broken to the point that they have now adulted, they're in this new stage of their life, but they're still hell-bent on proving how worthy they are off of an experience that happened when they were way younger. So the distorted belief systems, I'm not good enough, the damaging of the self-esteem, the low confidence. It's hard to get back up from these things, especially when you go through it when you're young. And then, you know, you start, you know, telling yourself true love doesn't really exist unless you do X, Y, and Z. And subconsciously, people try to heal by repeating the same situation, but with a different character and trying to control the outcome of the narrative. Let me give you an experience. Let me give you an example. So listen to this. Subconsciously, people tend to try and heal by repeating the same experience, but with a different figurehead, with a different person, and then they try to control the outcome. Where there's true love, there's no control. True love offers a person good amount of freedom to make decisions for themselves. Now, girl meets boy, heartbroken after what she felt was a very loving and caring relationship. Individual cheats on her, and she's, well, like, to move on, I'm either gonna get with someone else, and hopefully this is gonna work out. But this time, to avoid the pain of abandonment, to avoid the pain of being disappointed, to avoid the rejection, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do so many things to help him. I think that with the last guy, I didn't help him enough. I'm gonna, you know, support him with his homework. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go to his house and help him organize his wardrobe. I'm just doing so much to almost assert yourself. And many a time, this is very subconscious. People don't think that they're doing this, but on a subconscious level, they're showing up. They're being helpful, but they're sowing seeds to almost secure the person's attachment to them. So this person depends on them, and then they won't leave. Now the person leaves again. Oh no, what do I do? Let me go for someone completely different to what I'm used to, because obviously I'm going with the same guys now. There's a realization that something's a bit off. I'm going with the same guys, and let me go with someone that's slightly different to what I'm used to, okay? Goes with someone that is completely different. things seem to be working well, tells the girls. Now one is in their early 20s, no longer in their teens. They're coming into themselves, they know themselves. And so with the selection process, with this particular person, it seems like, okay, what I did in my early teens was I was going for a particular kind of guy. I'm switching it up completely. However, subconscious belief systems that I am not deserving of real love, that this person's gonna disappoint me anyway, they're gonna cheat. They begin to come into the relationship and they sabotage the relationship completely sabotage the relationship. And so what could have been a great opportunity, your history and your templates that you've used, and you've even tried to switch up because you haven't done the inner work to heal yourself, you're still repeating a cycle, reaffirming the rejection that you experienced when you were a teen. The cycle ends up getting repetitive, but you don't know how to break it. And there's a point in which one, as an adult, let's say in their 30s, says, okay, I need to do some healing work. I would advise a teen that is dating to think very carefully about whether this is actually beneficial to them in the long run. When you're a teen, figure yourself out, create great friendships, learn how to be a good friend, learn how to set boundaries, learn what your own values and your belief systems are, work on developing in school and on your creative gifts. But that whole thing of giving your heart away when you're 13, 14, 15, 16, oh my gosh, it's so tender. Your heart is so tender. And I don't think many times people are honest about how those experiences completely shape their relationship destiny. And the amount of healing work that has to be done because of certain things that could have just been simply avoided. Right? When we watch a lot of these shows, we see poor communication, boy meets girl, but it's just poor communication, surface level conversations. And even when the guy is like, oh, the girl will go around and say things like, oh, he tells me like deep things about his emotions. And they think that they are the saving grace of this particular person because, oh, the guy's able to open up to her and he just opens up to me. Most teenage boys don't have the space to actually speak on their emotions, and they leverage over their female relationships to offer that experience. Actually, men do it all the time, especially when they're not intentionally dating. They will speak to women to share their emotional feelings, to share their fears, because to do so with another man, they are afraid of their ego being bruised or being put to challenge. So that is nothing that is unique, that he's sharing his emotions with you as a woman or as a girl. But women, some young girls really latch onto that. Oh my gosh, he's telling me everything. He's telling me everything. He doesn't do that because he has to present hard to everybody else. That's how he's going to survive in this playground. But it takes sometimes maturity to learn these things. My thing is, you can date at whatever age you want to date. I think when I talk about, how dating young is a scam, I'm talking more to do with just the lack of life experience, the lack of intentional learning about oneself in those seasons of life, and how that affects your maturity to handle real dating, to have someone handle your heart, and to even understand the implications of that. Take time. You don't have to follow everybody else. Take time. And if you are an older woman who has gone through having to do a lot of healing work in your adult years because of many of the heartbreaks that you experienced in your younger years, please comment in the comment section below and just give us your advice. We want to hear. I think many young women want to hear the reals, the real substances of life and how they can make better decisions. We don't have to, we don't have to go through things for the sake of going through things if people have gone before us and we can learn from them. So please comment. I hope you like this video. Like, share, subscribe, and I will be doing another video on why healing hurts so bad. So check out for that too. Bye.